Orienting the family to the therapy process. Explain what you're planning to do so they'll know what to expect. You can say things like, let's keep it slow and try to have a conversation that's useful and moves things forward. Or, I'm going to get to know each of you, including what each of you would like to be different. Set the stage for a useful conversation by asking family members to agree to follow communication guidelines. Let them know that you'd like to have a new and useful conversation rather than holding a meeting that repeats the problems they're having within the family. Some agreements that are helpful to suggest include one person talks at a time, everyone gets a turn to speak, pay attention to the pace and tone of your voice, take your time, no need to rush, speak about, not from, intense emotions, ask the family to allow you to interrupt them, ask people to agree to the agreements, ask them to allow you to hold them accountable to the agreements, and let them know that you will revisit the agreements when the going gets tough.
Interesting. So I'm going to open it up a little bit. Um, but before I do, I just want to say I know you've been in family therapy before, and I know you know it can be really hard. And one of the things that's really important to me in terms of working with you is to try to have a different kind of conversation than the ones that are stuck. Like you were saying, things are stuck, and you were saying you're really, really worried. So I'm going to I see my job as trying to hold a conversation that's different. And I think from the vibe I'm getting right now, I'm gonna like loosen up the reins. I've been kind of calling on people, and I'm gonna loosen up the reins and ask questions a little bit more freely. But I just wanna ask you to let's try to keep it slow, because this kind of stuff that's happened, like with Katie, you ending up in the hospital and some pretty serious, dangerous things that have happened, gets people pretty riled up. And so if we can just try to have a calm, reflective conversation about what's happened, as opposed to repeating some of the stuck ones, I'm going to try to be a little bit of a dog with a bone to try to hold that space. Okay. So if people can just speak for themselves, and, when one person is talking, the other people are listening. And if you're feeling upset, like trying to talk about your feelings instead of from them, those kinds of things. And if it goes awry, I'm going to interrupt and try to help calm things down before, so that we can see if we can have a conversation that's actually going to move things forward, if that's possible. Everybody agree to that?
That'd be nice.
We'll see. It's a big tall order, but I just want you to know that's what my hopes are, and that's how I see my job. I don't have some magic solution sitting in my back pocket, but my job is to try to help you talk about things to see if things can shift.
Proactively creating agreements helps people avoid fighting with each other in the session. It gives the clinician permission to slow things down by reminding people about the agreements when things get too intense to be productive. Establishing guidelines for communication and holding people to them allows them to talk about the difficulties that happen rather than reenact them in the session. When people get heated, the only intervention possible is to help them pause and calm down to restart a reflective, productive conversation. Holding the reins in this way is best done preventatively and then reinforced when needed. The most important role of the clinician is facilitating useful conversations to help clients solve their own problems.